Hello guys, hope you're all fantastic as always. My name is TK and welcome back of course to Paragon. Now in today's video we're going to be once again looking at another character build, or a character deck shall I say, for another new character in the Paragon universe. We're of course going to be looking at a deck for Greystone. So the first thing we have to do is head over to the profile screen, head over to decks, and the deck we're going to be concentrating on today is the Warden deck. So if we head on into the deck, we will take a look. Now one thing I'd like to say before we get into the build is, for some reason I've been reading through comments on forums and whatnot regarding Greystone, and I've been reading a lot that people are actually struggling with builds for him, and I really don't understand that. I mean, I will, in my honest opinion, say he's not the best fighter in the game. In fact, I might say maybe the worst fighter in the game to date, but he serves a purpose, and this guide that I'm going to show you today it's quite a nice build for him. It's not going to make him completely monstrous or anything, but it's a simple enough build that anyone can use, and I've had some good effect with it, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, onto the guide itself. Now the prime card we're going to use is the Warlord. Now we've seen this a million times, everyone. The Warlord dramatically increases your damage dealt, heavily increases damage dealt by nearby minions against enemy minions. This also gives us a 75.8 physical damage upgrade, 100% damage bonus, and a unique passive of plus 100% damage versus minion to minions. Now as I said before, we've seen this card before, so we don't really need to go into detail, shall I say. Onto the consumables part of the deck, however. For Greystone, I actually like to use some tokens. Now tokens give you very slight buffs for very little cost. So the buffs, or the tokens we're actually going to use in this guide, are one guide token and one strike token. Now a guard token gives us, for one cost, 22 physical armor, and a strike token gives us 7.6 physical damage for one cost. Now the first 3 card points you want to spend in this deck, in my opinion, this is why they're here, is you want to place a strike token, a guard token, and a harvester's key. It's all self-explanatory really. It gives you that little extra bit of defense and attack power to start off with, and a harvester key is for when you're travelling through the jungle, and you can place a harvester at your own will and help yourself out and your own team out. But you're going to discard these 3 cards as soon as you can anyway. Other than that, in the consumables, we have 1 health potion, 1 mana potion, and 1 scout sword. These are all self-explanatory by now. So next we're going to head on over to the equipment build of this guide. Now what you want to start off with, in my opinion, there is 2 ways to play this. What we're going to do is choose a wind carver blade, but I've got 2 wind carver blades set up in this deck. You can either use a fully upgraded wind blade to upgrade your attack speed, or thus on the other hand you could use it to upgrade your attack power. Now in my opinion, in this deck I would rather go for the attack speed first, so we're going to go for 1 wind carver blade at 3 cost. This gives us a passive of 7.6 physical damage, a passive of 6.5 attack speed, fully upgraded that stacks again to another 7.6 physical damage and another 6.5 attack speed. And on this card we want to place 3 2-cost kinetic upgrades, each giving us 13 attack speed each. Now as I was explaining, the next card you want to play is another wind carver blade. It's an exact carbon copy, but what we want to shove on this card instead is 3 2-cost strikes, shall I say, each giving us an upgrade of 15.2 attack damage each. This is obviously going to help you move around the battlefield. You'll be able to push lanes a little bit more. You'll be able to take down jungle minions to obviously get extra card points when you can and when needed. But the next cards we want to play, we want to concentrate next on giving Greystone some defense, so he's not as squishy as he naturally is. So again, this is completely situational. If you're facing off against physical damage enemies, you want to equip a temper plate. Thus on the other hand, if you are facing off against the more energy based damage team, you want to in fact equip a tuned barrier first. But just for the sake of looking into the cards, we'll have a look at a free cost tuned barrier. This gives us a passive of 22 energy armor, 100 health, and fully upgraded this gives us an extra bonus of 44 energy armor. And what we want to equip onto this card in terms of upgrades is 3 2-cost barriers, each giving us an upgrade of 44 energy armor. Now once again, another carbon copy of this card, but onto the tempered plate for the physical damage defense. What we want to equip onto this card in fact is 3 2-cost guards, each giving us an upgrade of 44 physical armor. This also gives us a passive of 22 physical armor, 100 health, and fully upgraded it remains again at 44 physical armor. So by this time you'll be able to stand around in fights pretty nicely. You should be able to look after yourself at this point. And the extra thing what makes Greystone good is his ultimate ability. Actually, when you die you can revive yourself at half health and also have a shockwave effect knocking the enemies back. So if it comes to the point where you do actually die, then you can revive anyway. So you don't really need to worry, just as long as you can back off after you've revived, if you can run back to a tower. Otherwise, the second time you die in a row without your ultimate being active again, you will just die. But anyway, next we want to play a free cost Berserker Drive. Now a Berserker Drive gives us 7.6 physical damage, 6.5 attack speed, and also it gives us a 2.5% cooldown reduction time on our abilities. It also, fully upgraded, gives us an extra 2.5 cooldown reduction time on our abilities. And what we want to place on this card is 1 free cost Major Kinetic, giving us an extra 19.5 attack speed, and 2 free cost Major Strikes, giving us an extra 22.7 physical damage each. Now on to the final card we want to play. We want to play a free cost Impact Hammer. Nice card this, it's a really nice card. This gives us a passive of 15.2 physical damage. It gives us a 3% critical hit chance, but that really doesn't matter in this deck. It really doesn't. 3% means nothing, and we're not upgrading it any further. But it gives us that 3% anyway. Fully upgraded, we get an extra 7.6 physical damage. And to place onto this card, we want to place 3 free cost Major Strikes, each upgrading our physical damage once again by an extra 22.7 points. As I said, this guide it's relatively simple. There's nothing too complicated about it. What we're concentrating on really is attack power, attack speed, and defense. That's it. It's just so we can get into a fight, kill some minions, kill some heroes, get out, run away, upgrade, same again. Just take down heroes, and when you can, push lanes when you can, but also retreat. Make sure to retreat and upgrade your equipment when you can. That way you should be able to keep ahead of the opposition. But anyway guys, that is the guide in its entirety. I will post overall stats on the right hand side of the screen right now, hopefully. But other than that guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It always helps out tremendously. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this guide. If there's anything you'd like to change, whatnot. I obviously love hearing feedback, and also I might even interpret it into one of my own decks in the future if I try to make another Greystone deck at some point. I don't even have a clue what I said then. A Greystone deck. That's better. But anyway guys, all there is left to say as always is hope you're doing fantastic, and until the next time I bid you farewell. See you later guys.